and welcome to the Black Cat Intuitive channel. So I did a remote viewing psychic reading on Justin Trudeau, and this is what I found. So the first image I got when reading Justin Trudeau was an inward maze circle. It was circular and went to the center. I saw him doing this over and over again, starting from the outside and going back to the center of the maze, then starting outside and doing the same thing. So that was just the first image that came to me. So when I asked the significance of this, I got, he does not know what he is doing. And then I got, or at least 80% of him does not. There is 20% that does know, but then I thought I'd get to it later in the reading, that part, that 20%. Then I got the words hijacked. He has been physically, emotionally, and spiritually hijacked. And then I was drawn to his eyes, and I got the word blank. I was then shown his mind, and I heard the words blank, blank as well. So I got the image of a sort of a black, like his mind was completely black, like there was nothing inside of it, and as if he had been completely erased. Then I got the words that he is like a cartoon character running around. And I was consistently drawn to the blankness of his head, like this had some importance to it, and did further remote viewing because I wanted to know how this relates to, what is going on. And I also had gotten the strong feeling that he was fractured and had multiple personalities. And so I was curious about each one of the personalities, so I tried to see if I could get that. But then I was drawn to his heart, and it had the same black quality of his head. So they both had the same quality of blackness. And I got that it is no longer there either. It left when he was programmed. And I also got the words, in the way it is not his fault. So I wanted to break down the multiple personality fractures that I detected, and I got the words 8, or mostly 8, or 8 that are important, but those 8 could be broken down further as a safeguard to make sure he doesn't leave his form. I got this sense that he hears that he doesn't get out of line. So I'm just reading my writing right here. Then what came to mind was, the 20-second staring episode. So I remembered several years ago, so this just came to mind, several years ago, in response to a question, someone asked him, he stared for 20 seconds, 20 or 30 seconds, and it was just, people wondered, what happened, why did he, someone asked him a question, he just stared for 20 seconds, and I got the sense that this was him switching between the 8 or 9 states, and not knowing what to do. He was kind of stuck in between them, and he was just in between those states. It was like this, he kind of got stuck or something like that. So I wanted to break down the different alters or personality states. So I tried to allow the personality states to come to me with the intention that the most important ones be unearthed and presented to me in a way that I could articulate and understand. And before I did this, I got an image of his different personality or alter states, and then I saw an image of miniature boxes or miniature squares underneath the personalities comprising the alters. So just all these miniature, so I saw 8 different important personalities, and underneath them there was these squares that were roughly in the same shape, but underneath them. These boxes were a part of the personality, and they were it. They also kept it or shored it up in a way that it would not break. I didn't quite understand this, but decided to get what I could in regards to the Justin Trudeau main alter personalities. So the first one I got was Somber Sam. I'm not sure if that's exactly what the name is or if that's just how I read it. But I got that this was the closest match to a normal person. So it was kind of a normal personality, and it gave some stability, or gave his personality structure some semblance of stability. I also got that this wasn't really the front altar, and that there wasn't really one front altar, really, but they all carried an equal part. Like they were kind of a very balanced, like, pillar of personalities. Like there wasn't one that was more prominent than the other. So this Somber Sam was a pensive type who liked to read and was quiet and introspective. It was not, I didn't perceive it as being all that interesting. It was just kind of somber and introspective, and nothing really jumped out about it. But the second personality was more interesting. I didn't really get a name. Um, and for the second personally, I got that this is the one that not a lot of people, or barely any people, know about. Then I got a black shroud, and what I saw was a red, orange, and yellow multicolored lightning belt in front of it. And I got the words caution. And then got the words, this is the one, and I got the words, this is the one who makes connecting to the secrecy of the dark, and people are not supposed to know about it. I tried to read it, but when I did, I could not. It was almost like there was something that was really pushing me back and discouraging me from doing so. So I got a sense of this moving structure that was hiding something. Like that could just be the way that my mind perceives. I mean, we all perceive things differently, but yeah, perceiving the structure of this personality changing form, something was underneath it, and I was not allowed to read it. Like I got a sense of like I wasn't able to read it, and it was, so I just, yeah, I couldn't really. But it was very clear that it was meant to be secret and no one was supposed to read it. And I got the words, this one carries information and can do bad things. And then for number 3, I got the public persona. So the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and very fake. So those are the words that I got. And I didn't get a name for that, but I heard the words, must always smile, must always smile, must always smile 3 times. And I got the words, this is the quieter one, but it relates to the forced personality you will talk about. So number 4, and then I got a name for it, which was the self-righteous instigator. So the self-righteous instigator. And I heard that this works closely in tandem with number 3, and it's the one the public sees along with number 3, 60 to 70% of the time, especially now. So 3 and 4 are pretty much what the public sees. And I got the words, he was given a hefty dose of intelligence for this one, and this one knows how to maneuver around any problem. Then I got an image of a pie or a circle, and the words, if someone asks him a question from one side of the circle, he'll always be a cross on the other person on the opposite side of the circle. So yeah, this image of a circle, and he was always able to be sort of almost one step ahead on the opposite side of the circle. And I saw him jumping around the outside of the circle, always one step ahead, and always across from that person on the opposite side of the circle. Then I saw him sitting across someone at a desk being taught something, over and over and over. I saw a person showing him cue cards, just over and over, teaching him things with the cue cards. And he kind of had a blank expression then, and then I got the words very intensive intelligence training. At this point in the remote viewing, I felt very exhausted and had to stop. Like I just felt like I just couldn't really continue. It was very exhausting, and just being in his field, and I just felt like I should stop. And so yeah, I may return to this another day. But for now, that's all I have in regard to Justin Trudeau. Thank you for listening.